Hey everybody. Today the FDA released a safety announcement stating that the FDA identifies harm reported from sudden discontinuation of opioid pain medicines and requires label changes to guide prescribers on gradual, individualized tapering. I saw this a couple hours ago over on Pharmacist Steve's Facebook page when he shared it. Okay. This was released today on April 9th, 2019. Says that the FDA has received reports of serious harm in patients who are physically dependent on opioid pain medicines, suddenly having these medicines discontinued or the dose rapidly decreased. This includes serious withdrawal symptoms, uncontrolled pain, psychological distress, and suicide. It goes on to state that they're continuing to track the safety concern as part of their ongoing monitoring, that they're going to require changes to prescribing information for these medicines, and that these changes will provide expanded guidance to healthcare professionals on how to safely decrease the dose in patients who are physically dependent on opioid pain medicines when the dose is to be decreased or the medicine discontinued. They go on to state that rapid discontinuation can result in uncontrolled pain or withdrawal symptoms, and in turn, that these symptoms can lead patients to seek other sources of opioid pain medicines, which may be confused with drug-seeking behavior or abuse. The patients may attempt to treat their pain or withdrawal symptoms with illicit opioids, such as heroin and other substances. They go on to list, different classes of opioids, different types. For healthcare professionals, it states, healthcare professionals should not abruptly discontinue opioids in a patient who is physically dependent. When you and your patient have agreed to taper those doses, Yeah. How often does a doctor have you agree to taper it? Everybody I'm hearing on, it's that it's being dictated. They're told it's happening, and they have no choice in the matter. I know when I went through it, my doctor didn't even have a choice in the matter. Maybe this announcement will give pause to that. Yeah, we'll see. When you and your patient have agreed to taper the dose of opioid analgesic, consider a variety of factors, including the dose of the drug, the duration of treatment, the type of pain being treated, and the physical and psychological attributes of the patient. No standard opioid tapering schedule exists that is suitable for all patients. Create a patient-specific plan to gradually taper the dose of the opioid and ensure ongoing monitoring and support as needed to avoid serious withdrawal symptoms, worsening of the patient's pain, or psychological distress. It goes on to state for patients, that you shouldn't suddenly stop taking your medicine without discussing it with your healthcare professional and blah, 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 general stuff. You'll be able to read it yourself in the link. I'll include it down below. I see this as a good thing here because, how can I put it? I wish they had released this a couple years ago, preferably 3, because maybe then this would have given prescribers pause, in cutting off their patients cold turkey without tapering them. We know it happened to a high number of people, not to mention those who are tapered, too much too fast, 50 to 75% after being on the same dosage for 5 or 10 years or longer, over a 2 or 3 week period. Maybe if this had been released back then, some of the people that aren't here anymore would still be here. But I would say going forward, if you're about to be, or you're being forcibly tapered right now, I would definitely bring this with you in to see your doctor. And if you're, about to be completely cut off, or if you're cut off in the future, cold without being tapered, that this here might actually give us a legal leg to stand on. I mean, I don't know all the legalities when it comes to this sort of thing, but at least now we have an announcement from the FDA, telling professionals that they should not rapidly decrease your dose or cut you off because it could lead to suicide and other serious side effects. Um, so at least that might be a good thing right there. Um, let me know your thoughts. I will catch you all later. Thank you.